Anyone in sales has felt the slump.
The dreaded slump.
Talk to me a little bit about how you've coached people or what you do when you're coaching people to help them out of it.
Okay, great question. Totally happens to everybody at some point. I've never met one person that's a top producer that hadn't been through a slump several times in their career. The worst thing you can do, first of all, is to assume how they got into it. It can be different for every single person how they ended up in that slump. I usually look back at what I call the 4 A's of being good at sales. The 4 quadrants all start with an A, and I try to delve into which one of those was the quadrant that they probably let slide a little bit. So one of the 4 A's is activity. A lot of times top producers will let their activity start to slide because they get a little too cocky, too complacent, too comfortable maybe. So it might be that one, so I'm going to check for that. So if it's not activity, then I look over to attitude. Have they had a few negative things happen that have caused them to become negative and lose their edge, lose their enthusiasm? They're no longer coming across as likable and happy and positive with their clients. They're coming across as negative and a little bit down. Maybe it's that one. Maybe their confidence has been hit hard because they lost a huge client. If it's not attitude, then we look at aptitude. Are they good at all parts of their job, or are certain parts of their job, their skill levels need to be upped? You know, maybe they've gotten so used to having existing business, they've stopped cold calling and they're rusty at it. Maybe it's that. You know, you have to analyze which of these skills it might be. And finally, if it's not any of those, it could be where are they spending their time, which is the 4th A called aim. Where are you aiming your valuable efforts every day? Who's getting your time? So then I look at that. Sometimes it's that one. I look at each of the 4 A's as a possible Achilles heel of somebody that's in a slump. It's definitely the Achilles heel of people that don't make it in sales.